Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Crisco. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hope you enjoy. And if you do enjoy, do me a favor. Just hit that little subscribe button down below the video. But other than that, let's quit wasting time. In Season 6 of Apex Legends, they brought about a lot of changes that some are happy about and some are most definitely not happy about. Some of the bad changes, such as the Evo Shield change, has since been reverted, but a lot of the legend nerfs and buffs have both stayed. For the most part, I agree with the changes there, but there are a few that grind my gears. So in this video, I'm going to start with the bottom tier, make my way up to God tier. Of course, all in my very humble opinion as some random guy on the internet. I'll give a brief explanation of abilities and my opinion on the character, so let's get started. Starting off with F tier. First legend in F I'm going to go with is Loba. While initially popular, Loba really fell off ever since, and probably for good reason. If you are efficient at playing Apex Legends, you don't really miss out on too much of the loot, so playing her may be somewhat pointless. On top of that, her Burglar's best friend ability is probably her best one, but it's not all that useful compared to some of the other ones, and I think it could be better if it didn't take so long to activate once you used it. The second legend I put in F tier is going to be Rampart. Now, I like the idea of Rampart, but all that I've seen with her is more passive play, which I can't say excites me too much. Besides that, I think her abilities are fairly easily counterable, such as being able to shoot her barricades once and destroy them before they deploy, and simply being able to flank around them and, get her out of her deployable minigun is not too hard either. Next, we move on to C tier. Yes, I skipped D tier because, well, who needs it? For the first legend in C tier, I have Octane. Don't get me wrong, he's one of my favorite characters to play, but it's just hard to see him stacking up ability-wise to some of the other legends in the game. It seems much harder to finish off a Wraith than it does an Octane, and I think that some potential fixes could be making you move faster while using the jump pad, but that's not really my area of expertise. If you think you know how you could fix him, or if you think he's better than he is, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. On to the next legend in C tier. I have Pathfinder. Imagine telling someone a year ago that Pathfinder was going to be nerfed into the ground. Which, to be fair, I expect to change soon. Before some of the recent patches, he was the only character that was able to scan survey beacons. And now that his grappling hook takes about 3.5 years to cool down, he seems to be one of the worst in the game, as of now, which I hope changes because he is very fun to play. Moving on from C, we get to the B tier. Now for B tier, I think this is where we start to get into legends that can make a difference for your team comp. So if you're looking to rank higher in ranked or win more games, I would be starting with these legends. First off in B tier, we have Crypto. Now Crypto has always been one of my least favorite characters in the game, but despite that he has become very useful. Now we have team comps based around EMP pushing and being able to scan, respawn, and survey beacons from his drone. It makes him very useful, and these abilities alone make him one of the better characters in B tier, possibly close to A tier. So next in the B tier we have Bangalore. Despite a few minor changes, she hasn't really changed much since the beginning of the game. Always relevant, however, is her increased movement speed when being shot at and her smoke screens. Both can be useful in a sticky situation, and this is why she stays safely in B tier. If the devs wanted her to be one of the best in the game, I think they would have to rework her ultimate, and it would probably need a significant buff from where it's at right now. Last in the B tier, we get to Mirage. This is another one where I wasn't sure if I wanted to go A tier, but ultimately decided I would have him here. Ever since they gave him his buffs, he's become a much better pick in the game. He goes invisible when reviving or respawning teammates, and his clones being able to move like your character is also a plus. I still haven't figured out if I think his ultimate's better than it was, but it's still pretty good. So ultimately I decided to keep him in B tier because all of the legends after this do seem to have some more abilities that are focused on helping your teammates, but it was a tough choice. So now we get into the A tier. So A tier is where I think you start to get into the legends that are going to really help you win games. And if you combine it with one or more of the legends in the God tier, then I think you're going to have an unstoppable team comp. First in A tier, we're going to have Gibraltar. His kit of abilities make him one of the most versatile in the game. You can adapt him to so many different playstyles, Being able to revive and heal quicker in his bubble and having extra health with his arm shield makes him a force to be reckoned with. Next up in A, we have my favorite character, Wraith. Despite Wraith's last nerf, which increases the delay between using her tactical and actually getting into it, it's still one of the best counters to almost everything in the game. Using her ultimate is also a very versatile tool. It can help you get your teammates move around fights, and it can help you move around the final zones much easier. Next up in A, we have Wattson. Wattson to me is kind of boring, but useful nonetheless. Her abilities are tailored to the final zone. Trying to win a game in the last circle is not easy with those damn traps all over. This and her ability to use her trophy system inside a late game building makes her a good pick for any team. Lastly in A, we have Lifeline, the healer of Apex Legends. Her new Revive ability is so easy my grandma could do it. And it seems like they're constantly giving her little incremental buffs as the game goes on. Her Doc Drone can also help out the team in a way no other legend can. On the edge of God tier, she rounds out A for us. Now finally we get into the God tier of Apex Legends in Season 6. The ones who are just so powerful that not choosing at least one of them is going to leave you at a huge disadvantage. First off, in God tier, we have Caustic. Now, I think he could possibly fall down into A, but he's one of the characters that I think if you can play him right, he can also adapt to any playstyle. His gas traps are so versatile and can be used to cut off people moving in from the circle, or in buildings to trap off entrances or exits when attacking or defending. Not to mention his gas grenade, and being able to see through both of these is pretty powerful. Next up in God tier, I'm going with Revenant. Now I think he can be one of the best in the game if you're good at playing him. A Revenant who can hit their silencing grenades to pause all enemy abilities, and one who can place their death totems in advantageous spots, can make or break any game inside Apex. And finally on to the legend that kinda makes me mad, Bloodhound. I think he was already one of the best in the game, and then they hit him with a super buff. His ultimate lasts seemingly forever and increases with every kill he gets while in it. His tactical scan now comes back once every 4.5 nanoseconds, and it's even faster when he's in his ultimate. Not to mention his passive is to be able to see where people walked through, jumped over, and opened doors. If you want to win, I would suggest playing him. So that's going to be it for this tier list video, and if you enjoyed, and I know you did, hit that subscribe button, and might as well leave a like too. If you think I messed this up completely or have anything you think I missed, leave it down below in the comments. Other than that, I hope you all have a good one. My name's Crisco, and I will see you guys in the next video.
This isn't a safe spot.
We got people behind us too. You wanna wrap?
Here, let's go this way. Take the zip line across. We can get there.
We got people to our right here too.
Care package being delivered.
We've got another squad. Just giving my shields a recharge.
You got one pushing you?
Where?
Behind you, I don't really know how to describe it.
Wait, can you help me?
Opening fire. Reloading. Let's go this way.
Should I take the zipline back?
Reloading.
Coming. I don't know where he went.
There's people behind us, I think. They have to be, right?
It could be.
Giving my shield to recharge.
Oh, yep.
Oh, he's right on us! Right on top of us! Literally on us, right here. Holy.
Taking a moment to recharge.
Gave teammate my Evo shield.
Just gotta.
Taking fire. Recharging my shield.
I don't have the ammo for this.
Loon.
Hair drawn if you need it. Just giving my shield a recharge.
We could take this jump tower right here.
Let's go this way.
Is that red Evo in there full or no?
45 seconds.
No.
Ring's not too far. I'm okay with that.
We need to take this? I don't know if we need to. Yeah, we might not need to take this.
These guys are gonna have fucking clean shots on us for a second.
30 seconds. Rings close.
Oh!
Yep.
Recharging shields.
Just get up above him. Get up above him.
This way.
Get out there, bamboozle. It's dupes o'clock. Shots fired at me.
Right
I
up.
think the other squad is up there. Watch out.
Yeah, they're right here.
I'm coming with you though. We can take right here.
Knocked one.
Another one over here.
We'll kill on him. Watch out, they're calling shit.
Two squads up here with us.
Wraith just went down low.
Reloading. There's one.
It's got a gold here. Nice.
Enemy's life.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
We're getting pushed.
I need help. I need help. They're pushing you from behind.
No! Teammate, where are you? He's so hurt.
There's one right here.
One more.
More enemies down. Hair drawn if you need it.
More.
I think there's one more. One more. There's still one more.
Reloading.
You can set your thing down. Oh, and get me.
Oh, fuck. Forgot who I'm playing.
Shield here. Setting shield.
Wait, no. How?
Come on!
Got one here.
Reloading.
No.
Where was teammate? He abandoned us.